Hey there, lads and lasses. This here, of course, is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States on a Wednesday. It is a little bit before noontime. And that can only mean that it's time for some Generations Minecraft server. I'm streaming a little bit earlier today, and it's going to be a shorter stream because I have to pick up Kachi from school. He gets early release today, and we have a bunch of stuff planned this evening. So you got to try to shoehorn this stream in here. I'll do the best I can. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome on in, Boa Cars. You can see the shout out for Bo up there. Please go check him out when you get a chance. And let me see, today we are in the survival world. Yes, we are. So we'll do a little bit of mucking about it in there. Mostly my theme for the stream is just like hanging out with you guys a little bit. You guys. Let us switch over the display scene. Display scene. No, it's display scene. Like this. And we'll come on over to here. Hey there. All right. Let us take a... Well, I don't know. Should we do the sleeping thing, or should we look at it under the veil of night? Let's try that. Let's see how things go. This is on what I was working earlier. Oh, look at this guy. See? This is what I'm talking about right here. Hey there. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. Okay. But this is on what we were working the last time. We got a dome in place. I just blocked in this dome, but I'm thinking I'm going to make it look a little better. Same thing with the roof. I just blocked in the roof. I might use slabs and stairs, but I'm kind of reluctant to go that way because then I start niggling around with trying to, get it to look, with gradations and stuff like that. And wow, look at the mobs piling up. This is a heck of a mob farm, isn't it? Well, let's get rid of the projectile mobs first because we are a gas pack. Maybe I should just sleep at this point, right? Wow, they're stubborn too. They're tough. But yeah, I just blocked it in first just to get the general shapes. But then I built this facade here in the front, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm not sure I like the 4 emerald kind of thing. I like the idea of the emeralds, but yeah, I'm not really sure about that. I mean, I was trying to tie in the theme down there with those emeralds, and it's one of those things where like it seems like a good idea at the time, and then you toss it up there and it's kind of eh. But I really don't know what I'm going to put up there instead. So you know what? I'm going to leave it there for now. Yeah. Okay. Let's... I'm commiserating. Should I take that down? No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll leave it there. Another thing might be the copper lamps, but copper bulbs. But anyways, let's do the sleeping thing first. Let's get that done. So happy holidays, everyone. I repeat. I hope you're all doing well. Good to see some of my buddies are streaming today that I haven't seen stream in quite some time. Angel by You was streaming a little bit earlier today. It was good to see her. And good to hear that voice of hers. Her voice is just, wow. Some of you streamers just have fantastic voices that are just made for that. She's one of them, definitely. We saw Skip. Skip might still be streaming, as a matter of fact. Really cool to see Skip on. And just remember, for the Buffoon Craft streams, we're running the Lucky Block Redeem. for all Buffooncraft streams throughout the month of December. My Buffooncraft stream will be on Friday. And if you haven't seen some of the pics I've been posting in the various Discords, we did something really cool. It's super time consuming though, and I'm struggling to make sure I get into some sort of state of completion before Christmas. But we'll see. Now, dude, how are we going to do this? Because whenever I try to do this, you fly away on me and stuff, and and I need you not to do that. Yeah, if you could not do that, that would be great. Yeah. I keep mentioning that there's a mod that allows you to call the ghast, and I should update Generations, and I should definitely load that mod. Yeah, see, like I can't get close enough to unhitch that lead. It's so annoying. Dude, get back. See? This is what I'm talking about here. This is what I'm talking. Come here. Come here, please. Please, if you could just like, if you could do the thing. There we go. Okay. Now, I think last stream I tried the copper bulbs here and I didn't like them. So, I don't know. Let's see. Let's test that theory. Like, don't suffocate yourself there or something, right? I made this ledge here on either side specifically for you. Please just appreciate it, okay? Yeah, waxed copper bulb, right? And then we'll need some buttons to light them up. We really just need the one. Okay, and we can do that we can accomplish this task from the inside. Oh, but not wall units, Thunder Dirt. Please, please. And those can stay there. Okay, I like the idea of the emeralds because it ties in and it speaks of the trade hall, the Chamber of Commerce here, but I don't know, it just looks, it just doesn't pull off the look. And I'm thinking, part of the problem is that, they make good accent pieces, but 4 of them together like that are just a little too much. And since I built this on the evens, what am I doing here? Thunder, please. There. Since I've built this on the evens, it's really kind of like the only pattern I can fit in there. Yeah, I don't know about that, you guys. I keep saying guys, sorry. I don't know about that. Let's view from the outside. Let's see what we have here. I think this is going to be jank, and I'm pretty sure I tried this the last time. Yeah, that looks awful. Yeah, I absolutely despise that. So I think, like I said, I don't really have a lot of time this stream today. We're probably only going to stream for about an hour. So I'm thinking I will choose some sort of block pattern for that. And then we'll repeat. Then we'll build this onto the other side, right? We could do that. I should be able to accomplish that in this stream because, we already know what to build. We just need to duplicate it on that side, right? So, okay, that looks good. And I think we should just go with this now. For the nonce. Okay, so what other kinds of blocks can we use here? Well, you know, you could use something really gauche like diamonds. Blah. I think we need some sort of detail block. You know, I was thinking like, not chiseled tough. I was thinking like the chiseled stone block. You know, we also do have the chiseled copper. Especially if it's oxidized, it might look better. Oh, you know what might look good? Is the oxidized copper bulb. That, yeah, you know, I hadn't considered that. Let's see what we have for oxidized copper pieces here. Yeah, not a lot. Oh, they're all over here. All right. These aren't fully oxidized, they're just weathered. So if we space them 4 apart, so if I do this, right, and then go E, san, su, like this, E, san, su, like that, and then E, san, su. Well, I can just line them up by side at that point, right? And then we could do the same for the chiseled copper. We really only need 2 chiseled copper, right? So we need to unwax these. Okay, right there, like that, and we'll allow these to oxidize. And if you space them like 4 spaces apart, they'll not like. If you space them 4 or greater, then they'll oxidize faster. So, and we could just check that with F3, right? With targeted block. Yeah, they're still in weathered condition. But you know what? I think even in weathered condition, they're close enough to oxidized where we can toss them up there and see what they look like. Both in the on state and the off state. We'll check out off state first. Come here, you. I don't know. There's something about, you know, having the cross patterns on there. Like one cross pattern would be really cool, but having them 4 of them together like that, and then they kind of, I don't know. See, I want to retain, I could go bigger with the pattern, like this interior pattern. I could go bigger, but I kind of like the faux columns. Well, actually, they're actual columns, right? I like the column look with these, right? And if I fill up this area, then it's going to take those 2 away, and they're the most prominent ones. So yeah, I'm really gonna hate this. I can already tell I'm not gonna like this. Yeah, I don't like that. I do not like that. Yeah, that looks stupid. In fact, I'm thinking anything I put here is going to look kind of dumb because it's just a 2x2 block pattern. So I'm thinking I shouldn't go with something like that. I should go with something a lot less garish like that. I should go like super neutral with something here. And I'm thinking the chiseled... I'm thinking the chiseled stone blocks will look good there. Sorry, dude. That's weird because when I'm aghast back here, I can't see what his health is. I assume it's the same as mine, because the hearts are like horse hearts, right? And then if I stand up, I get the regular, right? So I think he's okay. I think he's not at full hearts, but I can't feed him any snowballs because he's at full nutrition. So what did I do with my bed? I thought I had a bed over here. Yeah, there it is. It's in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Yeah, that should be a redeem, huh? Let's see. Yeah, let's get rid of some of this stuff. These, that might lead to something, so I'll leave those out. Let's pull those out of there. I think I have all the Kubrick bits right over here, like this. I don't think we'll need that any longer. Yeah, I wanted to try these. All right, I think this might look good. And the thing is, tone-wise, they're a little different. I don't know. Another option might be some glazed terracotta. And because when you line those up correctly, they make cool kinds of patterns. So that might be an option. Because I think this is going to look stupid. But Jesus. Well, I think glazed terracotta might look really garish there. Like it might stand out just too much. What about the basalt blocks placed on end like that? There's Glowstick. How you doing? Welcome on in. Happy holidays. Yeah, I didn't really like the chisel stuff, but you know what? Again, I was thinking the glazed terracotta, that might not do, but I thought I just had an idea I was going to try. What was that? What was I gonna do? All right, thanks yourself. I am doing awesome, thanks. Going to be a very short stream today. I need to go fetch Kachi after school. His school gets out earlier today, so yeah, we only have an hour for our streaming today, and I got to stream a little earlier, and yada, yada, yada. Ooh, that would also be a good... Oh, that would be a good redeem. Yeah, that would be a good one. We already have one JoJo's Bizarre Adventure redeem, which is the best one, really. But that would be another one. Yeah, Kachi and Biggie will really like those. I was thinking of something here. I had something on my mind for that other than the glazed terracotta. What was I going to do there? I mean, I could do glass panes there, which would be kind of silly because I have the glass panes down below. I wasn't going to use the tuff. I mean, the other thing you could do is you could use stairs here, right? The way you place them. Like, you could do something like this. But then you don't have anything to put in the center, and... Right? Like this. Let me Let me, allow me. Now I'm using the brick ones, right? And it makes a smaller kind of pattern like that. It's kind of cool, but then it's like, well, what do I do with that now, right? I mean, I can't like put anything in there. I can't hang a lantern in there or anything, or I mean, it's a cool kind of shape, right? But now I have a one block space with which I actually can't place anything. Um, so I'm not sure this is a good thing, right? I mean, it's a kind of a cool idea, but I suppose I could put something behind it on the inside, and that would also give it depth. But then it wouldn't be, then I would have to do something with that on the inside, right? I do kind of like this idea though. I do kind of like this idea. And I could also use the polished stairs too, but I think it would just blend in with this too much, right? That is really tempting though. You know, on the inside, I could now. Yeah, I don't know if I. Oh, the basalt. That's what I wanted to try. Yeah, I think the basalt is also going to give a weird looking pattern because it's got the linear stuff, and then four of them are going to look kind of silly. Um, but see, if I put something behind here, then I have to do something with it to blend it in on the inside. And I really like the way this looks on the inside. So I'm not sure I want to do that. But the basalt, let's try that. Let's see if I have any up here first. I don't think I do. I thinketh not. Yeah, the basalt I think is going to be a little too tough. You know what would be even tougher? Tough itself. But, but, can we make tough stairs out of just the natural tough? Yeah, we can, right? I mean, this would make a slightly different pattern, but still, even if I do that, I can't, I don't have anything to do with this centerpiece. I suppose I could leave just a big old hole there, but, well, it's not a big old hole, it's a small hole, right? That's the idea. But, I'm, no, that's not, that's not what we want. There, that's better. Right, like this gives it a little bit of texture and stuff and kind of pulls. Ah, hands, please. Please. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. There. All right, I feel like we've increased the stupidity level of that now. So if anything, the bricks looked a little bit better. The polished, I think, is going to blend in just way too much. Right. Let's take some like this. Do we have polished? Yeah, we do. Sans like that. Yeah, this is going to be a little too plain, I think. Okay, aim at the top. Now aim at the bottom. And I only brought enough, and I just lost the other one outside. Just thunder, please. 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 There it is. Like that. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if I were to try to put something in the background, yeah, these are not oxidizing at all. Why? Why? I think they're going to be a little too garish. Yeah, that's a little too plain, I'm thinking. It's a cool idea with the stairs, but like I said, then I'm stuck with this dumb hole in the middle. I mean, maybe it's okay, but I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not. The other thing is maybe different wall units right here, right? Too many ideas coursing through my tiny brain right now. Yeah, I'm not sure about the different wall units. See, you could try to do the trapdoors, but the trapdoors like won't center on that well. Like, let's throw some up there and let's have a look. If I have any at all. I mean, I could make the jungle trapdoors, but they're a little too ornate for that, I feel. Oh, wow. So we can't make trap doors. I think we need the ingots to make the trap doors, right? Yes? He asked nobody. Of course, Thunder answered himself. And I don't think we can craft that there. And what would yeah, trapdoor would look like that. And again, we might want to oxidize these, but if I do that, see what I mean? See what I mean, Jelly Bean? Yeah, you get that kind of thing happening. Now, maybe, perhaps around this, but I think we're going to lose the column effect again, but how to do this. I think I want to do something like that. The dirt is just a construction block. But I mean, do you smell what the Thunderhand's cooking here? And let me think. I think here. But see, we can't put stairs like sideways, so we're not going to get that nice kind of. Yeah, this is a dead end, I think. I mean, we could do something like we could do something like this, where polished tough. Let's take a look here. Do you see what it kind of what it ends up doing here like this? And I'm thinking we remove this part out of the middle. And see, that way, it's going to obliterate the wall sections. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to do this. Yeah, that's not leading to anything useful. There's that other wall unit, and there's where you went. Yeah, I don't think the trapdoors are the way to go. And similarly with fence pieces and stuff, they're going to have that off-center kind of effect. Like, like I'll just put these in here for now. These are what, jungle? Yeah, and just to see just what kind of effect the fences have when they merge with the wall units like this. Yeah, it's complete jank. It kind of looks like bars, and then they'll connect in the middle. Yeah, that's not cool. That is not cool. Gates, though. Gates, maybe? How does a gate work? Or how to craft a gate? I think it does that kind of a thing. Well, it's cool because it now brings these into full pieces. That is the most awful thing I've placed there so far. I mean, I've put some pretty terrible looking things there, but that is by far the worst. I don't even know if I should allow a screenshot of this. It's so bad. That is horrible. No, I should edit this part out of the VOD. But it was kind of cool how it pulled the wall units over so we would get this kind of effect here. All right, we were thinking of the basalt right down here, right? So let's go with that. I think I'm gonna have to make a little trip down to the depot to get some basalt. See, this is why I'm not a decorative builder like Nebula and Shop Mountain, and of course the mighty Supernova Relic and Genie and all of those other buffoons. You know, they're so much better at me than this. I mean, I can come up with some kind of cool ideas like this. Like, all of this looks kind of cool. It's just, like, they would know immediately what to do for this middle part. And, I mean, I do learn a lot from them and stuff, but I still got a long way to go. And Nova has reminded me on occasion, you know, sometimes job blocks make good decorative blocks. So Yeah, I can't think of any right off. But let's try the basalt. Oh, let me see. It's just, oh yeah, all right. We're in Generation, so we have wings. I have to remember that. What server am I on? All right, we should have some basalt in here, maybe. Yeah, let's just bring a little bit of this up. And I think I have some rockets. All right, let's see if we can nail this landing. No, we can't. Okay. This game is so much fun. Hello, Mushies. Merry Christmas. By the way, yeah, obviously I've taken down where I normally put the Christmas tree here each year. And I think I'm going to forego that this year. But I'm going to dedicate one of the little islets out here in the archipelago to that tree. And I think that's going to be our 2026. I think we're going to do something like that. We'll make like a little Christmas island out there. Let me see. In order to place these sideways, we need to have blocks already. Maybe I can just do this and then place them from the inside, maybe? And then come outside and remove the dirt. Maybe I can do that. Oh, wait, no. I think I can do that from in here if I do it right. We're going to be mobbed by mobs soon. Yeah, see, if I can do this, and I'm pretty sure I can, we can now take the polished basalt like this. Now, again, because of the pattern of the basalt, I'm thinking this might look dumb. Yeah, that doesn't... You know, I was trying to match out this here and tie this in with that. Yeah, folks, that's not doing it. That is not doing it. All right, let's head on in. We'll do some sleeping. We'll think of something else. If we can't think of anything out at all, let me see. It's 12? It's already 12. Wow. Then maybe I'll just go right over to here and just start duplicating that if I can't think of anything off the bat. Well, let's give ourselves a time limit. It's noontime. Let's give ourselves till about maybe 5 past to come up with something. If not, we'll just throw the emeralds back up there for now, and then we'll think of something later. What kinds of other blocks? Now, some of you may think of this as being a little cheaty, but although I'm not going to build in creative mode, sometimes I like to go in there when I can, just so I can remind myself of the block palette. I suppose I could do that on a display on another screen. Yeah, like bamboo. Like I don't think of these newer blocks like this too often. The thing is, it's got to look good in a 2x2 pattern, and prismarine, The dark prismarine might do it, but I don't know. It's not like meaningful enough, if that makes any sense. Same with the purple, right? You know what the cool thing about these copper grates is that you can put water in them. But I'm not sure that's the thing we want to do. Here are the different... Well, you know, this gray glazed terracotta might be kind of cool. Like some of these might give us some pretty good patterns. Like this, for example, and the green glazed terracotta. That might be kind of cool. We can try those two. I'm not sure I have any of those. Like sometimes the ore blocks look kind of cool too, right? Oh, how about the amethyst? Yeah, I'm not sure. A lot of these would look good as single blocks. We'll put some big old pumpkins there. Like some skulk. Yeah, we'll put some nether stars there. You know, lodestone might look kind of cool, but the pattern might be a little too garish. I don't think I can put any of the clay pots there in such a way that would... You know, we do have some of the pale oak stuff that we haven't used yet. All right, I'm going to go with those, you know, like coral might be interesting too, even though it doesn't have so much a geometric pattern. I think that we're going to go with those two types of glazed terracotta. The gray, this is what, the light gray? Okay, so the gray and the green, I think the green's going to be a little too much, but the gray might be able to do it. Yeah, let's try that. All right, so back to survival, so we're not cheaty. Let's do this, and let's offload some of this stuff. There we go. All right, glazed terracotta, huh? I think I'm going to have to cook some of that. And the stream is already kind of short on time, and so cooking this stuff is probably not a good idea, but... You know, sometimes this lags the server quite a bit, but sometimes, you know, having this kind of setup too, where you just have the patterns here right on the patterns. You have the item frames with the items right on it. It kind of gives you an idea of blocks to choose, right? Here we go. This is nice. Okay, and then do I have dyes? The answer to that is no. No, I do not. Cactuses then for the green. And the gray, we could do black dye with bone meal for the gray. So we'll get the gray cooking right now because that's the one I'm pretty sure we're going to do. We're going to need about 4, right? So we can do this. So I think I make it like this, right? If I remember correctly. And then I cook this. I think that's how it works. And I think it doesn't matter whether or not I have a blast furnace. Let's go put some of this stuff back. And then the tricky part of this is always right, trying to place it in the right rotation. Yeah, I had some black dye right there. I had some gray dye right here. Okay, there's 3 pieces, and there's the 4. All right, let's see if we can put this in any kind of... That looks terrible. But you can rotate these. Especially if I do something like this. Do I have... Yeah, okay, I have some regular blocks here. Okay, depending on how you aim it at the block, right? Right, like if I aim this one here, and then this one like here. Does it matter? Am I accomplishing anything? This block sucks. that's my opinion to this. This is not a cool block. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Wow, I'm doing some really jank stuff in this stream. So the green maybe next. We should have some green dye here somewhere. Quickly here, any cactuses? Nope. That's weird. Am I not getting the speed effect? There it is. I'm not entirely certain I have any green dye here. You know, another thing we might try too is something with item frames. And or banners. Don't bother me. I'm working. All right, dude. I'm working. Please. It's a short stream. I don't have time for you. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Again, let's see if we can just make a cool looking pattern here. All right. We need this. We need that. Looks like 8 is the minimum. I'm thinking I'm not going to like this. My track record for this stream has not been good. Getting this to rotate properly is so hard to do. Sometimes you have to do weird stuff like this. No, that's just the same, huh? Was it on the, maybe the back side of the, nope. No. No. I can't get them to rotate properly. Yeah, see, I need this flipped around. It'll make a dumb looking circle in the middle. I'm thinking this is not the way to go. I don't think that's going to yield us anything cool. Redstone lamps. Maybe. Of course, you know, just the glass too might be able to do it. What about the quartz? How am I doing for time? I'm almost at the end of the stream, actually. Quartz bricks. Chiseled quartz block. Is this the one I think it is? Yeah, it's got that kind of... all right. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of quartz originally. Maybe that's a big part of the problem. Yeah, I should probably sleep, right? But, you know, I really like the idea of something like, you know, I wish the emeralds looked better because it's also meaningful, right? Oh, look at this bugger. Mocking me. Wow, I missed him completely. I should be better at making these bow passes like this under acceleration. Ha! Bye-bye. All right, enough with the mobs. I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks like a villager head. You know, you could see sort of like the two eyes there and stuff. What do you all think? There are things like there's the pale oak blocks to consider too. You know the cool thing about the item frames is you can put the emeralds in the item frame and they're smaller. And they might look a little less garish like that. So let's do this. And then we'll wrap up the stream. And I don't know if I need a mod to make the item frames invisible. do this. And then I got to leave to go get Kachi pretty soon. Let's do this again. It's too bad because that kind of pattern, this should look good here. And it just doesn't. So I'm thinking, look, we'll do that. Okay, and then we'll grab some. Yeah, look, now these are starting to oxidize. It's taking you long enough. We'll get some. Now I should have some of the. I'm thinking of the glowing item frames, but maybe I don't need those. Maybe just regular item frames. Where do I usually keep said things? I don't think I have any up here with me. They're probably all downstairs. Let's go grab some quick. Yeah, if the emeralds are too big, too garish, you shrink them down, right? And it'll put some space between them. Oh, come on, item frames. Okay, I just need some leather. I should have some. There's a saddle. More saddles. There we are, right there. Item. Yeah, I need more than that. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, we have a cow crusher. Or we had a cow crusher. Did I remove that? Apparently I did. We used to have... Oh, there it is. What? No leather? Do I have any in any of these chests? I think not. Shroom lights might be a little too garish there. The frog lights will definitely be garish. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Also, do we have any more sticks while we're over here? Because I'm trying to empty out these chests, right? So, I can't believe I put those fence pieces up there. And then the gates. Oh my god, that looked terrible. What do I not have? Please, please. I really need to organize stuff here in Generations. I'm so far behind in Generations. I've been working very, very hard in Buffooncraft trying to get my build finished before Christmas. We're at the end of the stream, but I'm just going to try this one idea. There we go. That should be enough. And I'm thinking I can make the item frame invisible. And I'm wondering if that's an in-game thing or if that's a mod. I suppose we could look that up quickly enough. I'm thinking we do something like this. This, and this. And then we go fetch our emeralds. And you know what? I think this is going to do it. I think this is going to nail it. We could almost leave that like that on the inside. We don't have to repeat it. And the playlist is done, but we are almost done ourselves. So already there's that. And then if I come over to here, and then I think if I just, let me search this up quick. Yes. But it's not a standard survival craftable item. The command is often involves give for older versions, newer versions, perhaps using the different syntax, entity data. Let's see if ChatGPT gives a better answer. Actually, I can go a little bit further with the stream. Let me see. What time do I have to pick up Kachi? You know, I could probably bring the stream to about 1 o'clock. So let's try doing that. We can hang out a little bit longer, just so we can finish this. Oh, wow. Please, with the hands and the typing, please just let me do it. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, this is a mod thing I would have to do. Or it's really just an enabling thing to do. I don't think I need a mod for it. It's just a setting. But I'm thinking that's going to be better. I mean, even with the item frames, in fact, glowing item frames might look a little better with that. I actually like that. That's the most satisfying thing I've seen so far. Let's just put some glowing item frames up there, and we'll keep the night, actually. The thing is, do I have any? Do I have any glow squid ink? I don't think that I do. We'll do that, and then we'll finish up. Then we'll wrap it up. In fact, Armageddon's Fire was suggesting that we use some gold. Now, 4 blocks of gold I think is going to look kind of dumb there. But I'm thinking there's got to be a way that we can use some. And maybe if we put the 4 blocks of gold behind the item frames, so it looks like it's just frames of gold, I think that will look good. And we can use his suggestion at the same time. Yeah, we might try that too. Right now I'm looking for one more glow squiddy ink. And of course I do want to see it at nighttime. That's why I'm allowing the night to proliferate. Come on, one more glow squid ink. I mean, I could go try to find some glow squid and kill them, but... Please, please, just some glow squid ink. That would be so cool. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. All right, sometimes there's some glow squid in the caves beneath the farm. You can see some down here. There's some squiddies. Sometimes they're hanging out down here. And they're ripe for the clubbing. Yeah, come on, squiddies. Where are you hiding? Come on out. Squiddies be saying, I ain't going out there. You're going to hit me with a stick. They usually do hang out here, though. Like in spaces like this, I can get them to spawn. Here we go. Squiddies, please. You know, one thing I've been thinking about in both Generations and Buffooncraft is the amount of glow squid ink I use for signs and item frames and stuff. I should really make a farm for that. I really should. They're not hard to make. I mean, there's regular squiddies, but nobody wants regular squiddies. You don't glow. I mean, the squid farm I made in Buffooncraft is epic. That came out so cool. However, you know, I'm trying to stay far enough away from them to get them to spawn. But they'll usually spawn right around here. But I don't know if they share the mob cap with the dolphins like the regular squid do. They're usually right in here. All right. They're not going to spawn here. But maybe I can sight them from above because sometimes they're kind of easy to see at night. Well, we're going to lose the nighttime. Definitely. What about like down in this trench? It might not be deep enough, right? Wow, there's a lot of basalt down here. There's a lot of, you know, those things, magma blocks. But not a lot of glow squiddies. Interesting. Why not? Wow, there's a lot of these. Good Lord. Hello, glow squiddies. I forget if it was on the Buffooncraft server or this server where I had a spot where I'd come out here for these guys. This looks like a good place for them. Hello, squiddies. Oh, it was Buffooncraft server. Because my mushroom island is right next to a particular kind of vent for these. Well, you know, I don't want to spend all of this time doing this. I just need one. Come on, one piece of glow squid ink. Minecraft gods, please. Like, I forget if I have any in the trench right around the apiary aisle. But there are some underwater caves here with enough stuff. Ah, there we go. Yes. I'm going to run out of air. I have enough, though. You get to live. Merry Christmas. Please, just let me swim. I struggle with this so much. Sometimes you need to... There. You just need to see that one moment where your wings open. Okay, so I think... Come on, 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 come on. Oh, just short. Really? Come on, man. All right. Do that, 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 and that. And we do those. And we do this. And I really did want to see these at night. My server, so I suppose I could just make it nighttime. But that might be a little too much. I don't know. Yeah, that might be a little too much. But so far, I like it better than anything else that we've put up there. I think we're going to go with that. I think that's the place to end it. So, um, how to, let's pose for a thumbnail here. If I actually, let's get on this side so we can frame it right. And then it's raining. Oh my God. My God. Yeah, this is how this stream went. Like this. Merry Christmas. All right. Let's just call it, shall we? And here we are back at the cam scene. Okay, I'm going to have to forego raid outs today. I have to dart right on out of here to go fetch Kachi. Thanks for joining me, everybody, today. I know it was an off-schedule stream and it was a little bit shorter than normal, but I was glad folks showed up and said hi. Just remember that we do this generation stream every Wednesday, normally from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream shall be Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time again, and that will be Buffooncraft SMP, and I've got cool stuff to show you there. Oh my God. And remember, for the entire month of December, for all Buffooncraft streams, the Lucky Block Redeem will be accessible. The stream after that should be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kachi wants to play Gary's Mod, and we need to set up Guga, his older brother Biggie, for that. And so we might be doing that. Kachi and I already ran some tests last Sunday, and it's looking good. So I think we'll be doing that. Everybody, happy holidays. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.